My girlfriend's rich family mocked my blue-collar job. 15 years later, I own their company. Let me tell you about the family who thought they were better than us, and the day they learned they weren't. My name is Mike. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Steel City, the city of bridges, the city of hard work and hard people. My father was a plumber. My mother was an electrician. They met on a job site. My dad was fixing a pipe. My mom was fixing a wire. They fell in love between the studs of a half-finished building. They started their own business. Small. 2 trucks. 3 employees. They worked 6 days a week. Sometimes 7. They didn't complain. They were proud. We build things, my father said. We fix things. We make things work. That's more than most people can say. My grandmother, Rose, lived with us. She was a seamstress. She made dresses for rich ladies in Shadyside. She saw how they lived. She saw how they treated people like us. They're not better than you, she said. They just have more money. That's different. I believed her. I grew up on job sites. I learned to hold a flashlight before I learned to hold a pencil. I learned to turn a wrench before I learned to ride a bike. I learned to read blueprints before I learned to read books. You're going to take over the business someday, my father said. I'm going to build my own business, I said. Even bigger than yours. He laughed. We'll see. I was 10 years old. I had big dreams. I didn't know that some people would try to crush those dreams. Just because of where I came from. I went to public school. I had friends. I played sports. I was normal. But I knew I was different. My hands were rough. My nails were dirty. I smelled like pipe glue and sawdust. The rich kids at school noticed. They whispered. They laughed. They called me plumber's kid, like it was an insult. I didn't care. I was proud of my father. Proud of my mother. Proud of my calloused hands. I worked after school. Weekends. Summers. I saved every penny. I was going to college. Not for a degree. For a future. I got a scholarship to a technical school. Construction management. I learned the business side of things. Estimating. Bidding. Project management. Labor law. Contracts. My parents were proud. They came to my graduation. My father cried. You're going to be bigger than me, he said. I'm going to try. I met Sophia at a friend's party. She was beautiful. Long brown hair. Green eyes. She was studying business at the University of Pittsburgh. Her family owned a real estate development company. Harrison Properties. They built luxury apartments. Office buildings. Shopping centers. They had money. Lots of money. I didn't know that yet. She approached me. You're not dancing. I don't dance. Everyone dances. I'm not everyone. She smiled. I noticed. We talked for an hour. About school. About work. About life. She asked what my parents did. My father is a plumber. My mother is an electrician. Oh, she said. Pause. That's practical. It's honest. She nodded. I didn't mean anything by it. I believed her. I was wrong. We started dating. She was different from the other girls I had dated. Polished. Poised. She knew which fork to use at a fancy restaurant. She knew how to talk to important people. I was out of my element. But I tried. I like you, she said. You're real. Most guys I meet are fake. I'm definitely real. I know. That's why I'm with you. For a while it was good. Really good. Then I met her parents. Her parents lived in a mansion in Sewickley Heights. The kind of neighborhood where you need a gate code just to get in. The kind of house where the driveway is longer than my childhood street. I drove my truck. A Ford F-150. 10 years old. Rust on the fender. Mud on the tires. The valet looked at it. Looked at me. You're here for the Harrisons. Yes. Park around back. I parked around back. I walked to the front door. I rang the bell. A maid answered. You must be Mike. I must be. She led me to the living room. Sophia was there. Her parents were there. Her brother was there. Her father, Richard, was sitting in a leather chair. Gray hair. Expensive suit. A watch that cost more than my truck. So you're the plumber's son, he said. I'm a construction manager. Same thing. It's different. He waved his hand. Sit down. I sat. Her mother, Catherine, looked at me like I was something she found on the bottom of her shoe. Sophia tells us you work with your hands. Yes, ma'am. How quaint. Her brother, Chad, was on his phone. He didn't look up. He's not wearing a suit, he said. I don't own a suit. Clearly. The dinner was awful. They served food I couldn't pronounce. They used forks I didn't know existed. They talked about people I had never heard of. How is the Wellington, dear? Catherine asked Sophia. Delicious, mother. And your friend? Is he enjoying it? I had no idea what I was eating. It's good, I said. Do you know what it is? I'm sure you'll tell me. Catherine smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. It's beef Wellington, filet mignon wrapped in pastry, with foie gras and truffles. I don't know what those are. Clearly, Richard asked me about my job. You work construction. I manage construction projects, commercial and residential. So you're a foreman? I'm a project manager. I have a degree. From where? Technical school. He laughed. I didn't know they gave degrees. They do. How much do you make? That's not appropriate dinner conversation. I'm asking because my daughter is accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I can provide for her. With a construction salary? Yes. He didn't believe me. He didn't want to believe me. Chad finally looked up from his phone. Dad, why are we doing this? He's not going to be around long. Chad, Sophia said. I'm just being honest. He doesn't fit. He never will. I stood up. I think I should go. No, Mike, stay, Sophia said. I don't think I belong here. You don't, Richard said. But you're here. So sit down. I sat. The rest of the dinner was silent. Tense. Humiliating. When I left, Sophia walked me to my truck. I'm sorry, she said. They're not usually like this. Yes, they are. You know they are. She didn't deny it. Do you want to break up with me? I asked. No. I love you. Your family doesn't. They'll come around. Will they? She didn't answer. I drove home. My mother was waiting up. How was dinner? Terrible. What happened? They treated me like garbage. Because I'm not rich. Because I work with my hands. My mother's face hardened. You're better than them. Don't forget that. I'm trying not to. The visits continued. Holidays. Birthdays. Anniversaries. Each one worse than the last. Catherine would comment on my clothes. Is that what you're wearing? Don't you own anything nicer? Sophia, can't you take him shopping? Richard would ask about my job. Still fixing toilets. When are you going to get a real job? Sophia could do so much better. Chad would mock me openly. Hey, plumber boy, my sink is leaking. Can you fix it? How much do you charge? $10 an hour. Sophia defended me. Sometimes. Stop it, Chad. He's doing fine, Dad. I love him, Mother. But she was weak. Their poison seeped into her. She started apologizing for me. He's not like his family, she'd say. He's different. I'm not different. I'm proud of my family. Proud of my hands. Proud of my work. She started asking me to change. Can you wear a suit to dinner? Can you not talk about construction? Can you pretend you went to a different school? You want me to pretend to be someone I'm not. I want you to fit in. I don't fit in. I never will. And I don't want to. We fought. We made up. We fought again. I thought about leaving her. I should have. But I loved her. And love makes you stupid. After 2 years of dating, I proposed to Sophia. I bought a ring. Simple. Elegant. I saved for 6 months. She said yes. She cried. I cried. Then we told her parents. Richard was silent. Catherine was cold. Chad laughed. You're actually going through with this? Chad asked. Yes. Good luck. You'll need it. Catherine pulled Sophia aside. I heard whispers. You could do better. He's not good enough. Think about your future. Sophia came back. Her eyes were red. They'll come around, she said. Will they? They have to. We set the wedding day for the following summer. 18 months away. I thought things would get better. They got worse. Richard offered to pay for the wedding. But I have conditions. What conditions? You sign a prenuptial agreement. Sophia's money stays in the family. If you divorce, you get nothing. I don't want her money. I have my own. Your own? You have a truck and a tool belt. I have savings. I have investments. I have a business. A business? You're a handyman. I'm a contractor. It's different. It's not different to me. I signed a prenup. I didn't care about her money. I cared about her. The planning was a nightmare. Catherine wanted everything perfect. Expensive flowers. Expensive catering. Expensive venue. Expensive everything. Who's going to pay for this? I asked. Richard is paying. Then it's his wedding, not ours. He just wants what's best for Sophia. He wants what's best for his image. We fought. We made up. We fought again. 3 months before the wedding, Richard sat me down. I need to talk to you. Okay. This wedding is a mistake. Why? You're not good enough for my daughter. You never will be. She deserves someone who can give her the life she's used to. I can give her a good life. Not the life she deserves. I love her. Love doesn't pay the bills. Love doesn't buy a house in Sewickley Heights. Love doesn't get you into the right country clubs. I don't care about country clubs. That's the problem. You don't care about the things that matter. He offered me money to leave. $20,000. Cash. Take it, he said. Leave Sophia. Leave Pittsburgh. Start over somewhere else. I don't want your money. Then you're stupider than I thought. I told Sophia what her father had done. She didn't believe me at first. Then she did. I'll talk to him, she said. It won't help. It might. It didn't. 2 months before the wedding, Sophia came to my apartment. She was crying. I can't do this, she said. Can't do what? The wedding. My parents won't support us. They're threatening to cut me off. No money. No house. No trust fund. I don't care about your trust fund. You don't understand. I've never not had money. I don't know how to live like you. Like me. Working class. Blue collar. Calloused hands. I was silent. I'm sorry, she said. I love you. But I can't marry you. She gave back the ring. She walked out. I watched her go. I sat in my apartment for 3 hours, staring at the wall, thinking about everything. The humiliation. The insults. The years of being treated like I was less than. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't break anything. I planned. The next morning, I called my father. Dad, I need to talk to you. What's wrong? Sophia broke off the engagement. I'm sorry, son. Don't be. I'm going to do something. What? I'm going to build something so big, so successful, that her family will regret the day they look down on me. My father was silent for a moment. Then, I'll help you. We'll build it together. I threw myself into work. Not just work. Obsession. I started my own construction company. Not a handyman service. A real company. Commercial. Residential. Industrial. I named it Rose Construction, after my grandmother. She was the one who taught me that rich people aren't better. They're just richer. I had one truck. One employee. Me. I worked 18 hours a day. I bid on every job. Small jobs. Big jobs. Jobs no one else wanted. I lost money on some jobs. Broke even on others. Made a little on a few. I didn't give up. My father helped. He gave me advice. He gave me connections. He gave me his old tools. You're going to make it, he said. I have to. My mother helped too. She did my books. She answered my phone. She believed in me. You're stronger than them, she said. You always have been. I met an old-timer named Old Man Harrison. No relation to Sophia's family. Different Harrisons. He had been in construction for 50 years. He knew everyone. He knew everything. You're green, he said. I'm hungry. Hungry is good. Hungry works harder than full. He mentored me. He taught me the business. The secrets. The shortcuts. The relationships. You need to think big, he said. Not one job at a time. 10 jobs. 100 jobs. 1,000 jobs. I don't have the capital. Then find it. I found it. I borrowed money from a bank. I borrowed money from my parents. I borrowed money from friends. I was in debt. Deep debt. But I had a plan. I started bidding on larger projects. Strip malls. Office buildings. Apartment complexes. I won some. I lost most. But I kept bidding. My reputation grew. I was known as the guy who showed up on time. Who finished on budget. Who didn't cut corners. Clients trusted me. They came back. They referred me to others. Within 5 years, Rose Construction had 50 employees. Within 10, 200. Within 15, 500. We were building hospitals, schools, stadiums, skyscrapers. I was a millionaire, then a multimillionaire, then a billionaire. Not from luck, from work, from sweat, from calluses. I thought about Sophia sometimes. I wondered what she was doing. I wondered if she regretted leaving me. I found out through mutual friends. She had married someone her parents approved of. A banker, wealthy family, old money. They lived in Sewickley Heights, in a house her parents bought them. She had 2 kids. She seemed happy. I didn't care. I had moved on, or so I told myself. I watched Richard's company from a distance. Harrison Properties, the real estate empire. They had overextended themselves. Too many projects. Too much debt. Too little cash. The market turned. Interest rates rose. Property values fell. They were in trouble. I heard about it through the grapevine. Suppliers weren't getting paid. Contractors were walking off jobs. Banks were calling in loans. Richard was desperate. He was selling assets, firing employees, cutting corners. It wasn't enough. I called my lawyer. I want to buy Harrison Properties. They're not for sale. They will be. I waited. The price dropped. And dropped. And dropped. Richard came to me, begging. Mike, he said, I need your help. What kind of help? Harrison Properties is failing. The banks are going to foreclose. I need an investor. I'm not an investor. I'm a buyer. A buyer. I want to buy the company. All of it. That's not possible. Everything is possible. For the right price. He was silent. You look down on me, I said. You call me a plumber's son. You said I wasn't good enough for your daughter. You offer me $20,000 to leave town. I was wrong. You were cruel. You were condescending. You were a bully. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix 15 years of humiliation. What do you want? I want your company. And I want you to know that I'm taking it. Not because I need it. Because I can. He didn't respond. I made an offer. Low. Insultingly low. But fair. Richard had no choice. He accepted. I owned Harrison Properties. The company that had been in his family for 3 generations. The company he was supposed to pass to his son. The company that represented everything he thought was superior. It was mine. I called a board meeting. I invited Richard, Catherine, Chad, Sophia. They came. They had no choice. I walked into the conference room. I was wearing work boots, jeans, a flannel shirt. My hands were rough. My nails were dirty. I looked like a plumber's son. Thank you for coming, I said. No one responded. I want you to know that this isn't personal. It's completely personal, Richard said. You're right. It is. You spent 15 years telling me I wasn't good enough. That my family wasn't good enough. That my work wasn't good enough. I was wrong. You were wrong. And now you're paying for it. Catherine was crying. Chad was staring at the floor. Sophia wouldn't look at me. What's going to happen to us? Richard asked. You're going to be terminated. All of you. No severance. No golden parachutes. No nothing. You can't do that. I can. I own the company. We'll sue. You'll lose. I have better lawyers. Richard stood up. His hands were shaking. You've destroyed us. No. You destroyed yourselves. I just picked up the pieces. He walked out. Catherine followed. Chad followed. Sophia stayed. Mike, she said. Can we talk? There's nothing to talk about. I'm sorry. For everything. For my parents. For leaving you. For not being stronger. Thank you for saying that. But it doesn't change anything. I know. You chose them. You chose their money. Their status. Their cruelty. You could have chosen me. You didn't. I was weak. Yes. You were. She stood up. I hope you're happy. I am. Finally. She walked out. I never saw her again. After I bought Harrison Properties, I felt empty. Not sad. Not guilty. Just empty. I had spent 15 years building an empire. 5 years watching their empire crumble. 20 years of my life focused on revenge. Now it was over, and I didn't know what to do. My father noticed. You're not happy, he said. I should be. Revenge doesn't make you happy. It makes you satisfied. There's a difference. What should I do? Build something new. Something that matters. Something that helps people. I started focusing on the company. Really focusing. Not on revenge. On growth. On innovation. On helping people. We build affordable housing. We build community centers. We built schools. We built things that mattered. I started mentoring young people. Kids from working class families. Kids who were told they weren't good enough. Kids who had calloused hands and dirty nails. You can do it, I told them. I did. You can too. I met Elena at a charity event. She was a doctor, pediatrician. She worked at a free clinic in the city. She was kind, warm. She didn't care about my money. She didn't care about my company. She cared about me. I told her about Sophia on our 5th date. I was engaged to a woman from a wealthy family. Her parents hated me because I was blue collar. They humiliated me. She left me. That's terrible. It was. But it made me who I am. Are you still angry? I was. Now I'm just done. Done is good. Done means you've moved on. We got married 2 years ago. Small ceremony. My parents came. Marcus was my best man. Old man Harrison came before he passed. Sophia didn't come. She wasn't invited. We have a daughter now. Rosie. Named after my grandmother. She is 2 years old. She has Elena's eyes and my stubbornness. I hold her at night and think about the boy I used to be. The plumber's son. The handyman. The guy who wasn't good enough. He is gone. In his place is someone stronger. Happier. More whole. I don't think about Sophia much anymore. When I do, I feel nothing. Not anger. Not satisfaction. Not pity. Just nothing. She is nobody. I am someone. It's been 20 years since Sophia broke off the engagement. 15 years since I started Rose Construction. 5 years since I bought Harrison Properties. 3 years since I married Elena. 2 years since Rosie was born. I am 45 years old. I have a wife, a daughter, a home, a company, a life. I am happy, truly happy. Richard is retired. He lives in a small condo in Florida. He doesn't have money anymore. He has Social Security. He has Medicare. He has regret. Catherine is with him. They fight constantly. They blame each other for losing everything. Chad works at a car dealership. He sells used cars. He's divorced. He's alone. Sophia is divorced too. Her husband left her when her family lost their money. She lives in a small apartment. She works at a real estate agency. Not owning it. Working for it. She reached out to me last year. I'm sorry, she said. For everything. I know. Can we be friends? I don't think that's a good idea. Why? Because I've moved on. You should too. She understood. We haven't spoken since. My parents are retired. They live in a house I bought them. They garden. They travel. They spoil Rosie. My grandmother didn't live to see my success. She died before I bought Harrison Properties. But I know she will be proud. I visit her grave every year. You were right, Grandma. They weren't better than us. They just had more money. I like to think she hears me. I sold Harrison Properties last year. I didn't need it. I didn't want it. It was just a trophy. A reminder of revenge. I used the money to start a foundation, helping kids from working-class families go to trade school. Learn a skill. Build a future. You don't need a Harvard degree to be successful, I tell them. You need a skill, a work ethic, and a dream. They listen. They work. They succeed. I see myself in them. The plumber's son, the handyman, the guy who wasn't good enough. Now he's the guy who owns the company, the guy who bought their empire, the guy who built something from nothing. If you're watching this and you're from a blue-collar family, I want you to know something. You are enough. Your work is enough. Your hands are enough. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I didn't. Look at me now. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to his Reddit tales for stories of blue-collar pride, toxic in-laws, and revenge served ice cold. And if you're a plumber's son, an electrician's daughter, a roofer's kid, be proud. Your hands built this country. Don't ever forget that.